Hello everyone, this is Q, and in this video we will go over the concept of long divisions. Long divisions essentially is just dividing longer numbers. This for most people is the least favorite operation in math. This is simply because there is no easy way to do it. So let's look at a few examples. We will go over 3 separate examples to just try to solve them and understand this concept better. Let's start with the simplest one, which is 312 divided by 24. This is essentially an easier way to write this problem, just because it gives you a very linear way to solve this equation. Unlike multiplication, subtraction, and addition, when you divide, you go from left to right. You do the same, you go digit by digit, but in these examples, as you can see, we have 2-digit numbers. So you would go 2 digit at a time. So let's start with the first example. We would look at 31 because we have a 2-digit number here. So in this case, we can fit at least 124 in 31. So let's take a look. 24 times 1 would be 24. You'd subtract 31 by 24, and the answer 7 would come down here. Then you bring 2 down to make this 72. And then you would look at how many 24s can you fit in 72. That would be 24 times 3 would equal 72. Your answer would be 0. So 312 divided by 24 will equal 13. Now let's look at another example. We are dividing a 4-digit number by a 2-digit number. So we would start the same way. But here, if you look at 20 as the first 2 digits, 20 is a smaller number than 32. So we would go to the first 3 digits, 204. So we would do, how many 32s would fit in a 204-digit number? 32 times 6 would give us 192. So we would solve for that. 204 minus 192 would give you 12. And then you can bring the 8 down. 32 times 4 would give you 128. This gives you 0. So there you go. 2048 divided by 32 is 64. Now let's look at our third example. 765 divided by 18. So as we did in the previous two, we look at the first 2 digits. 76 divided by 18. So you can do 4. 18 times 4 would give you 72. 72, this would give you a difference of 4. You can bring the 5 down. Then 18 would be 18 times 2 would be 36. And the difference would be 9. Now, we have not yet gone down to 0, but 9 is smaller than 18. So, In this case, you would put a decimal point. A decimal point up here would add a 0 down here. 18. How many 18s would now be able to fit in 90? That would be 18 times 5, 90, and that would come down to 0. So 765 divided by 18 will give you 42.5. Now there are three terms that you need to remember when you do long divisions: dividend, divisor, and quotient. The dividend is the number that you're dividing, which in this case would be 312. The divisor would be the number you're dividing by. That would be 24 in this case. And the quotient would be your final answer, 13. So in this case, the dividend would be 2048, divisor would be 32, and the quotient would be 64. And in this example, your dividend would be 765, your divisor would be 18, and your quotient would be 42.5. Well, that's all in the long division. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Thank you for watching my videos. Please hit subscribe and hit the bell icon to keep following.